Hello, welcome back to video games and such. So now, basically, I've done what I wanted to do. I've gotten the legendary shield, got all my legendary weapons, equipped that. So I've now got 210 defense, 185 attack, not too bad. So I don't have all the weapons that I would like, but you know what? The sword is good. Do I have a boomerang? I have one boomerang. It'd be nice to have a second boomerang. I know that there is a shop up here. Oh, it only sells thunder. Never mind. And potions. Hang on, how much is the potion? It's sold out anyway, so it doesn't say. Yeah, there's a couple of places I got my potions from. So basically, I went to hunt for money and potions at the same time. I went to Mouseman's stage. Got a potion from there. I went to Lizardman's stage and got a couple of potions from there. And then along the way, got the money I needed, so I got the legendary armor shield as well. So now I'm basically gonna do what I did before. So look, honestly, I probably could have recorded all that. It didn't take me nearly as long as I thought it would. I thought it might be boring, but backtracking is kind of cool. So, have to wait for the music to finish. It's tradition. Alright. So, yeah, again, it really didn't take that long at all to do what I wanted to do, but whatever. And luckily I didn't really need to spend any money on health, because along the way I got a bunch of hearts. Luckily, having so much armor, going back to Mouseman stage and there's my boomerang that I needed. Mouseman stage and Lizardman stage. You don't really have to worry about dying. The only enemy you have on your side in hard mode here is the timer, which cuts off your health. So one thing about this level is, now that I've already played through it, any places, any blocks that have hearts in them, they're not going to be there. But I have 3 potions now, so I'll be a bit disappointed if I don't beat it, but honestly wouldn't be surprised if I do die and have game over. We'll see how we go though. So I'm just going to power through this. There is actually... there was an update released for this, from what I understand, and there's a new mode called Extreme or something like that, so it's even harder than hard mode. So I'm curious to check that out and see just how hard that is. It's probably way beyond my abilities. But who knows? So for the really advanced players, because look, hard mode's not as hard as I thought it would be, actually. I thought it'd be harder than this. So I'm sure there are some players who are really advanced who would play hard mode and be like, this is too easy, give me something harder. And that's probably exactly what happened, I would imagine. So the developers were like, alright, you want something harder, we'll give you something harder. So maybe as a bonus video after this I can try out extreme mode and just see how hard it is. But in the meantime, hopefully I'll be able to beat this castle and the dragon at the end of it. Palace, whatever you want to call it. It definitely had a name that was on the screen earlier. So it really is... did I mention it was an amazing game? I was going to say that. So back to Piranha Man again, of course. Kill the fish. I don't remember there being this many fish in this room. Must have been changed for hard mode, I think. I think. Now, actually, one thing I could potentially do in the bonus video is that there are some extra stages that have been added and made just for this remake. Each character has their own stage. I could play through them, but I don't know where they all are. I've only found like 3 of them, I think. If you looked at my save file, you would have noticed a few little stones, which are charm stones, which is something that was in the original. I think I mentioned in an earlier video where if you get 99 of them, well, I don't think I mentioned getting 99 of them, but the more you get, you can buy everything. In this, it's a bit different. Each of the levels created for each character has a charm stone right at the end. That's kind of your reward for beating the level. Some of them are pretty damn hard as well. Very tricky. Oops. For some reason I thought I had the boomerang equipped. I thought I'd do a bit of boomerang. I really haven't been doing much boomeranging at all on this run, so why not now? Alright, Lion Man time. Just thought of an idea for a Black Sabbath parody. Lion Man. So, is there anything else that I can mention? Trivia. There are a few things I was thinking of while I was recording the my backtracking / grinding for the medicines and money. I don't know. I just hope that I can finish it. Alright, time for the darkness. Only the only things I would say is a tiny little minor nitpicking is that when you switch between the musics, they don't exactly line up at what part of the music it's up to. I mean, that's so minor. There are not many things wrong with this game at all, in my opinion. Again, people who didn't play the original might find it to be outdated and that sort of thing. And yes, I can understand that. But when you take it face value, what kind of game it is and how old the original was, then that's not really a big deal at all. Alright, don't want to get hit by the ghost. Don't have heaps of health, but luckily I have 3 potions, so should be okay. I would love some hearts right now, but no one seems to give them out except that ghost. Thank you, ghost. Alright, Hawkman again. So just double check I've got the right things equipped. Yep. Now, switching the magics on the fly, I think I may have mentioned in a previous video that you couldn't do that in the original. You had to press pause and go to the pause screen with like a green background. So nostalgic, so iconic. I'm kind of disappointed that they don't have the green background thing on this. Like when you switch between the two, it just leaves it up. Not that big a deal, but it's just that another tiny little thing where it's like, it would be nice. So, nearly there. A little bit of heart there, thank you. I'm just gonna fly a bit here. Alright, here we are. Alright. Time to try the last boss again. Here goes nothing. Oops, not a good start. So this is the Daimyo Dragon, I believe it's called. No, that was the previous one. This is the Vampire Dragon. What am I saying? Daimyo is the samurai. So, pretty cool boss. It shoots fire from its belly, has a face on its belly because why not? Very creative. Never seen a boss quite like this that I recall. I like the purple eyes. My favorite color, purple. Very nice. Now, about to use my first potion, but that's okay. As long as it gives me a decent chunk of health and not like 1 heart or something. Because in theory, probably all my potions could give me like next to nothing. If they wanted to. I'm not quite sure what the minimum amount of health the potion gives you is. Alright, nearly halfway there. So yeah, this is definitely going to be doable. Definitely doable. Another thing about this game is you can play as Wonder Girl for the first time. So Wonder Girl is a new character that they made for the game, which is a nice thing. Why not have girls be able to play as a girl if they want to, or even guys play as a girl? Why the heck not? She has red hair instead of green hair. Makes sense to me. Red is kind of the opposite of green. Although colorblind people might not be able to tell the difference depending on the type of colorblindness they have. Hey, there we go. Alright, so there's Salamander Cross. So what happens is all your former forms disappear before your eyes. And now we're back to Wonder Boy again. Human. So, this is the conclusion. It's quite lovely, really. Wait a minute, that door wasn't there before. Indeed, that is correct. So I like how they kept the original spelling and grammar and whatnot in the... they changed it, but it's cool. Good night, brave warrior. Good night, Monsterland. Ooh, I just got shivers down my spine. Beautiful stuff. So this is the basically ending sequence credits kind of deal. Good way to end the game. A reminder of all the places you've been, all the characters you played as. And what a great conclusion to a great game. And the credits. So the credits, you can change the sound, but you can't change the graphics. So these are the credits from the original game. They're just in a new font and fancy and everything. And the background's a bit fancier as well. Look at vampire spelled wrong, very nice. And mecha with a CH. So I mentioned Mecha Emulator, there's the creator of that. And one of the main creators of this game, this remake. And that's Omar, who is the creator, by the way. And Mecha, the emulator, is spelled M-E-K-A. And I think that might be from the manual of this game, the original manual, but in the credits it was spelled M-E-C-H, so it's funny how you'll get those kind of inconsistencies. And I do like how they've got basically childhood photos of all the creators and whatnot and the staff. It's quite adorable. possibly how old some of them were when the original came out. I'm not too sure. I'm not exactly sure if that's the idea behind it, but could well be. And who knows, some of them may not have even been born when the game was made. I'm not too sure. But thank you very much for watching. This has been Video Games and Such. Finally, I've finished a game. I've been putting off beating Sonic Mania in recording these ones because I got up to the last boss and then failed miserably, and then needed to start again from the start of the last level, get some lives, and it's a nightmare. It's a very hard last boss. So I'm glad I was able to finish a game because, you know, I don't like the idea of leaving the viewers hanging on these videos and just kind of not finishing the games. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. I've enjoyed making this one. And if you have any requests for games, feel free to leave them in the comments, because I've got a lot of games and I've got a few flash carts for my older consoles. So when I finally roll around to getting the ability to record my older consoles, there's plenty of library to go for there. And, you know, I've got an NES Classic and a Super Nintendo Classic, so there's lots of games on there. I don't know if I want to play really, really long games like RPGs necessarily, because they'll just take forever. And especially once I get a job, I'm not going to have all the time in the world. So I don't know. We'll see. I do really like Super Mario RPG. It's a great game, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess I shouldn't necessarily rule anything in or out, so you never know. But I'm not going to make any promises in relation to RPGs. Also, I've just noticed I've got a Super Game Boy as well, so I could play some Game Boy games. I need to actually get my hands on a GameCube and a Game Boy player as well, now that I think of it. But anyways, thank you. Like it says in the... you know what? Screw it. I'm going to keep playing.